Well, here's the sort of grim last video of the ancestral home here in Agunquit. This would be the path. I mean, it's in winter, so it's not very picturesque, but in the summer, there's a lot of greenery around the path. It was very overgrown when I was little, but then eventually we cleared it out. And the hill in the front yard. And right over there used to be a huge pine tree. It went way the fuck up there with the other ones there, but it was cut down long ago for being riddled with some sort of pox. So the shrubbery, and underneath the shrubbery down there is where Barney used to dig his little holes and hang out because it was nice and cool in the summer. And then here is, I'm going to turn around and get a better picture of the front door. Hold please. Here's the front door, the whole house, and there's a squirrel behind me. Very distracting. Fuck off, squirrel. Okay. Screen door. Nothing quite like the slam of a screen door, huh? And a little latch. So, yep. Used to play cards over here. And around here. This is where I spent most of my summers as a teenager. There was a bed back here, and I would sort of close off this little L. And these windows are something that you don't really see anymore with these cranks. Like, you know, you turn the cranks to open the windows, and that's a very 1920s thing. And since this is a 1920s house, that makes sense. I grab my shit. All right, here we go. Another screen door. We have there was a sign right here that said Headland, but we've taken that. And this glass has been in this door since, like, I don't know, probably since the house was built. Very, very old. Welcome to the living room. Locking the door. So yeah, all our bamboo furniture used to sit here, and we had the crappiest rugs in the world in the 70s. And this deck was only put in the last 10 years or so, so we never had that. We had all these cool old doorknobs with this beautiful woodwork. And in these closets when I was little, there used to be all kinds of crap, like, you know, old leather shoes from the 1800s, all that stuff. But it's all empty. And let's see, dining room. I'm a little bit pissed that this light switch was changed. It used to be one of those ones where there was like a button up here and a button down there, and it would go clack, and it would turn on the thing. I've always liked these cool windows in the dining room. And go around. And there's that, and this, I fucking love this little feature in the corner, and this one. Look at that. I want a copy of that in whatever house I wind up in, because how fucking pretty is that? It's gorgeous. And over here, when I was a kid, right there used to be a refrigerator, and it would face that way. Like, the door was faced that way. So it completely covered up this doorway, which led to a little room right here. And there was no door there. There was just a wall, and there was no door there. There was, however, a door right where this light switch is, and that led down to the driveway. But the only person who could get into this room and the deep freezer was me, because I was a little kid and I could fit through the 6-inch gap that the door left. I cannot fit through that 6-inch gap anymore. Let's see. So this new bathroom was added on later on. And then one of my favorite places from my youth was all this woodwork has been here since I was born, since before I was born. It came with the house. As did this pantry. The window. Used to sometimes just hang out in the corner and watch for people coming and going in the driveway. In these cabinets, that's where we kept all the spices and cake mixes and stuff like that. And when I was bored, I would take out the spices and play scientist, mix them all up. And this countertop was manufactured in my grandfather's factory. They manufactured stainless steel things for like industrial things for like restaurants and shit. That pencil sharpener, or a version thereof, has been there since at least 1972, which is bizarre. You know, the things that stay. The wallpaper, however, has been replaced several times, so we're not nostalgic about the wallpaper. But this thing, the fuck is that thing? I have never figured out what this is. It's been there since I was a little kid. No idea. Basement door. Don't tell anybody that I stole the iron key that goes to the basement door because it's going to be a necklace. But shh, nobody knows that. And there's the fireplace. I love this thing. That was my toy chest when I was a little kid. Or rather, I turned it into my toy chest, you know, against everyone else's wishes. There's my U-Haul dragging away the last of the stuff. And chipmunks, apparently. So yeah, it's like, here's the stairs, and all the time, like if I was waiting for somebody to come visit, I would come down here and I would sit down on the stair because I could see like the road and the driveway, and I could just like hang out and watch for the cars coming in the driveway. And I could be like, yay, so-and-so's here. And if you look carefully, you can see the ugliest sculpture in the world across the way there by the guy who did not get to buy the house. These are the incredibly hazardous stairs. I'd go upstairs. And here we go. And I actually have the mirror that used to hang on that wall right across the stairs. So it's kind of weird coming up here and not seeing my reflection right there. Coming up here. There's another feature I love about this house is this thing. It's the linen. It's for linens. And it's just so cute. All the built-in stuff. This bathroom used to have a clawfoot tub right there, but we had tenants that ruined it. So, yay! But this is the bathroom. It's pretty much been completely redone. And this was my room as a kid. It's very echoey now. I wish I still could see this 1970s wallpaper. It was in here. It's a tiny little room. It's like, if you put a twin bed in here, it pretty much covers that space right there to the window. And then other stuff. But it's pretty. It's got really old glass. You can see out back to where that's condos now, but it used to be the house of people we knew. We'd go back and forth. And I spent so many years looking out this window. Good God. That pine tree across the street. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. It's hard with the sun behind it. But that pine tree used to have the exact silhouette of an old man smoking a cigar. And that long piece hanging out right above the cloud, that was the cigar. But the rest of the tree has grown and been trimmed since then, so it doesn't look like it anymore. But he was always like this weird old guy sitting out there. And the driveway, and you could see, you know, right to the, like, above the drive, like to the right of the driveway, there were, what do you call them? Lilac bushes all the way down the side. I think they're still there, but you can't see them in the winter. And it's hard to see everything down there, but that's what it is. There used to be a tree that would, a little pine tree, and the branches kind of came over and almost touched the window here. It was kind of like, you know, just outside the window at the edge of the driveway. But that has since gone. And how's my closet? Woo! Huge closet, right? And then when I was in college and lived here, I needed a somewhat bigger room. So I took over Margie's room, which was here. And this door between Margie's room and Grammy's room, it was wedged closed for so many years. And then somebody finally thought, let's shave that fucker down so we can open it. But this was always a pretty room because it was light. And it's got one of those closets that's obviously meant to, like, you can't fit hangers, like from back to front. You have to kind of hang everything at an angle because the house was built when people, didn't have that many clothes. So like a dresser took care of most of it, and then you just hung all your shit in there. But yeah, that's all the windows over here. And that's our widow's walk. Again, you can't really go out there now because it's not very stable. But it's a great place to fart around as a kid. Throw things off of it. We were, my stepbrothers and I as children were repeatedly discouraged from jumping off of it, but we tried anyway. That's a little door to the attic. You don't want to go up there. And we're here in Grammy's room. And it's, again, I'm going to miss the wood in this house. It's so pretty. And this door has always been here to be able to go out onto the porch. Get some sun in the summertime. And then, when I was growing up, there were twin beds in this room for some unknown reason, and one of them was like right there, and the other one was just beside it. So a lot of the time in the summer, I would come in here and sleep in my grandmother's room. So I would sit here and look out that window quite a bit, and out this window, I always, when nobody was looking when I was a kid, I would climb out this window onto that ledge and like jump over the railing onto the porch. It was just, sort of a fun thing to do, as one does. And glad I didn't break my neck. So I didn't break my neck doing that at least. And then there's, Grammy had a good sized closet because this was, I think, the master bedroom. So you can actually fit a whole person in there. And then this is where Mom and Dad would be again. They had twin beds for some reason because it was, the 50s through the 70s at that point. And so they had this. They had one. Dad's bed was right here, and Mom's bed went across this wall. And a little table in between and dressers. But God, look at that. That's fucking Bittermans, man. They're the guys who have this house here, and it used to be this cute little red house, and now look at it. It doesn't even fit in the fucking frame of the phone. Ugh. Anyway, so yeah, Mom's bed was right here, so if you sat on Mom's bed, you had this view out the window. And one Christmas, my dad drove me bananas because he came over. Their dressers were all on this wall, so he could just walk right up to this window, and he leaned out of it with a set of Christmas bells, and he started jingling them. And then he and my mom would rush into my room, and they'd go, "Did you hear that?" And I'd go, "Oh, it was Santa Claus. I totally heard him." And they'd be like, "Oh, well, we didn't hear him. Let's all listen." And then Dad would go, "Oh, you were just making it up." And he'd go back into the bedroom, and then he'd reach out the window again with the bells and jingle them. And I'd be like, "Dad, come in here quick." He's jingling. Anyway, so this is the weirdest thing about this house. Like, if anything happened to this window, how the hell do you get to it? To this day, I don't know, because, like, look at the stairs. You can't put a freaking ladder on there and go up the stairs. You just have to kind of, I don't know, I guess you have to just sort of hope. I don't know. And I think that lamp has been here for 400 years, too. It's weird, the stuff that's been there. Oh, here's one last thing, kind of funny. When I had to go to bed too, way earlier than the adults, they'd all be down in the living room talking. So I would sneak out of my bedroom, and I'd come down here, and I would like sit right here on the stairs, and I'd look right through there, and I'd just sort of hang out, and I'd listen to everything everybody was saying. And they'd walk, the adults would walk into the kitchen, but they couldn't see me because I was too far back, and I was just looking through this little space. I had the best time. Alrighty. Well, house. bon voyage. I hope they don't tear you up. I hope they keep all your original wood fixtures and all the things that are beautiful, because it'd be a damn shame to lose those. Damn, man, we just uncovered all these pine floors. Ripped up all the asbestos. There was once upon a time, there was a daybed that was right here. And as a little kid, if I'd get the flu or something, that's where I'd be, is on that daybed while everybody else walked around. Look how pretty that is with the light on the bench. Such a cool house. Look at that. So pretty. Little house, I love you. This railing has seen a lot of hands. A lot of hands for a lot of years, and this thing has seen my butt more times than pretty much anybody. So yeah, it's the end of an era, I guess. Not terribly pleased. And off we go into the basement. I always loved the smell of this basement. It smells like laundry detergent, I don't know, concrete, whatever else. There was always a Degas print hanging there. I think it was Degas. Don't quote me. I don't know who's going to watch this, so I don't know who's going to fucking quote me, but there's what is commonly known, or what has always been known in my family as the cedar closet, capital T-C-C, and it's like this massive moth-proof behemoth in which we would store damn near everything that we didn't want to get wrecked. And it helped too when people were renting the house, because we could tell them, we could just lock it and be like, fuck off with the closet. Weird little window there. Look at that. There's the big old sink. I wish I could take that. Washer and dryer. Those are new, so we don't really care too much. This bathroom, like, how weird is this? Like, it always makes me wonder. There's a window that goes into the rest of the thing. I don't know why. There's red in there. I'm not going to question it. It's also on the sink. We're not going to question that either. We're just going to look around and be like, bye, seagull, because anything that is bolted to the wall, we legally have to leave in the house. So that poor little guy has to stay, as does this magnificent thing, which I was hoping to snag, but can't. And then I wish I had a picture of the old shower that was here, because it was just this, it was like a coffin with a spigot in it. And but it worked for the summers. Look at this old door, 1920s, 1922, I think. Anyway, that's that. There's an iron thing. I don't know what the hell that is. On the corner, and then that was a good place to store things or make a fort. Who knows? And then garage door. I'm gonna miss all these little crystal handles on things. Well, they're not really. I mean, I think they're just glass, but whatever. And the back of this garage only got cleared out when I was an adult. It used to be just so full of old fishing poles and tools and junk and just crap that was everywhere. And especially this corner. And again, I don't know what that is. There's all kinds of stuff like that all over the house. Like just weird little boarded up porticos. And, nothing. They're not doing anything in particular. But like, look at the old woodwork that's there. That's ancient. Same with all the bricks and stuff. And then we'll just take a brief tour for a couple of things. So over here, this is where that tree used to be that I spoke of, that looked right through my window up there. And over here, in this little mound of garden, is where Snoopy and Barney and probably a cat or two are buried. So all our little pets are there. And then all this brick is new. Newell did all of that, and the back porch is new. But here's the backyard where I used to get poison ivy on the regular. Every summer, poison ivy. And it's much more landscaped than it was back then. Back then it was just this wild land of stuff. And there's the U-Haul. We're keeping the U-Haul out of the frame because it's depressing. There's Mary von Schlegel's house. And I guess her daughters have the house now. And down here, this is where all the lilac bushes are. Yeah, I think they're still here. And it makes a nice little wall because, like, look how close the driveways are. There's like our driveway, and then there's their driveway right there. So it's like, you know. So there it is. It's our driveway. It's our driveway for the next 2 weeks and 2 days. And that's that. It's my house. Wish it was my house. Wish I could keep it, but I can't. So that's that.